Okay? If I was really good with technology, there would be balloons and streamers coming across this screen because this is what you have been waiting for. The quadratic formula and the discriminant. This is almost as good as your diploma that you're going to get in a few days, but this is great. Quadratic formula and the discriminant. This formula can be used to solve any quadratic equation. Yes, there was a shortcut. There was a formula. So after 8 sections of doing it by hand, you finally have the formula. 8x squared plus bx plus c equals 0, and a cannot equal 0. That's a quadratic formula. How do you solve it? With this shortcut. X equals, can you imagine there was a shortcut? X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all divided by 2a. You really have to wrap your head around the formula and really wonder who came up with this formula. This is why math is so cool, because somebody created that formula and discovered it. Here we go. So there's my formula up at the top. I take my quadratic equation, 2x squared plus 3x minus 5 equals 0. You know that this is a, the 2 is a, the 3 is b, the negative 5 is c. I substitute in my b's, my a, my c, and I solve. Negative 3 plus or minus 9 plus 40 divided by 4. The square root of 49 is 7. So I have negative 3 plus or minus 7 divided by 4. Now I'm still have this plus or minus, and so yes, that's going to cause me some stress, but not as much stress as I've been having the last 8 sections. I come here and I either have a negative 3 minus 7 divided by 4 equals x, or negative 3 plus 7 divided by 4 equals x. Here are my two solutions. X equals negative 10 over 4, which is negative 2.5. X equals 4 over 4. X equals 1. Unbelievable. One formula solved your quadratic. 2 solutions. That means your parabola is going to cross your x-axis twice. You have 2 solutions. We have something called the discriminant. The discriminant is the part of the quadratic function inside the radical sign, but it does not include the radical sign itself. Let me go back. Do you see inside the square root sign, the radical, b squared minus 4ac? That b squared minus 4ac is called the discriminant. Why do I need this? Well, solving the discriminant by itself will tell you how many solutions or zeros there are going to be. So, if the discriminant is positive, you're going to have 2 solutions. If the discriminant is 0, you will have 1 solution. And if the discriminant is negative, you will have no solutions, and you don't need to solve the problem. Note to self, why didn't we just start with this? Why in the world did we do the first 8 sections? Because you needed to understand how it works, why it works. I've told you this before. Nobody gave a first grader a calculator and said, just put 2 plus 2, it's 4. Don't worry about it. Just do it. They never would have learned how to add. You would never function in the real world. You needed to understand the background. Now the shortcut is nice, but this discriminant is really cool because now it tells you whether or not to even solve the problem. If you know that there is no solution, no real solution, there is no point in solving the quadratic function to begin with because you already know there's no solution. You can still graph it if you want, use the vertex, axis of symmetry, see the graph, but there isn't a zero because it never cuts the x-axis. Let's try some, okay? Find the number of real solutions. So let's use our discriminant first. So plug in your values into your discriminant. Let's see, did we write down our discriminant? B squared minus 4AC. You need to write it down. You're not going to just remember that. B squared minus 4AC. And of course, if you have your graphing calculator, you might find your formula in your graphing calculator in that section. Go ahead and plug them in. Stop your screen. Here we go. 2x squared minus 11x plus 6 equals 0. So I do b squared minus 4ac equals a negative 11 squared minus 4 times 2 times 6. 121 minus 48 equals 73. That is a positive value. There will be two solutions. Here we go again. Here I moved my negative 18 to the left. I made it my c so that it equals 0. I need it to equal 0 in order to use my equation. B squared, 12 squared, minus 4 times 2 times 18 equals 144, minus 144 equals 0. There is only going to be one solution because my discriminant was 0. 5x squared plus 3x plus 4 equals 0. Plug them in. 3 squared minus 4 times 5 times 4. 9 minus 80. Negative 71. Negative discriminant, no real solution. There is no point in trying to solve that quadratic equation. So cool. I know, it's so sad that I didn't show you this first. Let's try some more. These you're on your own. I'm going to give you the answers, but I don't show you the work, so I need you to figure them out. Notice that this 9 is on the other side. You're going to have to subtract 9 from both sides so that it's equal to 0, and you're going to have to subtract this 2x from both sides to make it equal to 0. And you're going to have to write this formula in order. You're going to need to clean it up. There are my solutions. And congratulations, you finally know the quadratic formula. Enjoy. Use that graphing calculator. Do as much as you can with it. You will enjoy it. Thank you and enjoy. Bye.